Month 6 arrives, and the momentum stalls. The hours pile up, client demands stack higher, and what felt like a sprint earlier in the year now feels like a heavy, mechanical grind toward burnout. When revenue plateaus like this, the instinct is to point outward. We blame a soft market, slow clients, or underperforming teams. The default solution is always the same: put your head down and work 50% harder. But the friction usually isn't external at all. As the mid-year agency leadership audit points out, your agency grows only as far as your leadership allows. This chart shows exactly where that growth stops. The upward trend maps early success, but it eventually crashes into a hard horizontal barrier, the leadership ceiling. This is the exact threshold where your personal bandwidth becomes the bottleneck. Pushing past this mid-year slump doesn't require another aggressive marketing push or a new morning routine. It requires stepping back and auditing your own mindset. Think of this mid-year audit as a stress test for your operations. We are looking for the exact point where the brute force habits of a startup clash with the mechanics of a scalable agency. The first question is a classic: am I working in the business or on the business? This is the split between the technician turning the daily wrenches, handling emails, edits, and client calls, and the architect designing the machine itself. The second question targets delegation. It is incredibly common to hoard tasks, usually driven by an honest, ego-tinged belief that no one else can execute the work to your exact standards. This workflow diagram shows what a healthy system looks like, with project nodes flowing cleanly downward through different departments. But when you refuse to hand off authority, you funnel everything through the physical limits of your own 24-hour day. The math is brutal. Your revenue is strictly capped by the number of hours you can stay awake. Holding on to every single task feels like extreme dedication and quality control. In reality, it actively throttles the earning potential of the entire company. Once we look past personal task management, the audit forces us to examine the structural integrity of the agency with question 3: are my systems strong enough to run without me? True autonomous systems deliver client work, process invoices, and generate leads entirely on their own. If those functions paralyze the second you go on vacation, you don't own a business yet. Take a look at this blueprint. When every single peripheral process is wired directly back to you at the center, that isn't a scalable model. That is a high-stress, glorified freelance gig that just happens to carry payroll overhead. Which leads to the final audit question: am I focused on growth or just firefighting? Constantly putting out operational fires delivers a massive dopamine hit. It creates a false sense of high productivity because the adrenaline makes the chaos feel essential. But proactive scaling is quiet, methodical work. It involves writing standard operating procedures, training managers, and reviewing data, tasks that lack the immediate rush of saving the day. Living in a perpetual state of emergency means the underlying system is broken. Redesigning that system is the only way out. Survive this audit, and the agency's mechanics change completely. The gears synchronize, heavy friction disappears, and the organization functions as an independent machine. Reaching this state means redefining what hard work actually looks like. The effort shifts away from raw physical output and exhausting task completion, moving entirely into intellectual design and systemic architecture. The goal of this mid-year reset is to build an ecosystem so robust that your minute-to-minute involvement becomes entirely unnecessary. To achieve unhindered growth, you must fire yourself from being your agency's best employee. Only then can you finally step into the role of its leader.